Giving it all we got, giving it all we can, giving it all we got. Oh, climbing up to the top of the world, no fear, we're gonna make it. Everything we want is ours. Whoa.
Just another cup. Hey man, how you doing? How you doing? Just another glorious day here on the Thai farm, and my life on the Thai farm with my new teeth. Some of you remember about 6 months ago I knocked my front tooth out with a paint roller of all things, and then well, my teeth are really old, easy. Matter of fact, it was like 2 weeks ago or something that a tooth over here fell out. This came out, man. But anyway, I got new teeth fixed, but now I have to get used to them because I didn't have teeth on the back here. Now my face is wider, or whatever, my bite. So I have to learn how to talk again, I think. I did notice though that I could whistle again. I couldn't whistle with my tooth messed up like that. I used to be able to whistle like all the time. I loved it, you know. I was like, but I can't whistle like that anymore. That's about what I got, a little spray, but I'll get used to it. And you know, my new teeth will help me probably whistle again. But one of the things I noticed right away is that my lip is not used to it. It's a little bit, I don't know, it doesn't sit right. It's kind of like because I had a mustache for so long or whatever. I don't know. My morning coffee, because I don't have to work anymore in my life. I get to do what I want to do in my life, because it's my life, and it's now or never. Yeah, ain't gonna live forever. I'm just saying, well, you know what? The lyrics of that song are so appropriate. But I can't remember what was my last video. You know, I try not to post a video like one after another, like, because, well, I guess maybe that's actually what I do. But I try and not post them right away, like 2 at a time or something like that, because I'll get confused. I'm like, what did I do? I don't want to go back and look at videos. But I think certainly in the last couple videos, I shared some work that I had done on the front gate, and if I haven't shared it, yeah, the electrician did come, and oh my God, I feel so weird walking right now. Oh, that's because there's something on my camera. Sorry. Anyway, I can feel it this morning from yesterday's work. I was kneeling down and squatting and everything at the gate yesterday, all day. Well, you know, better part of the, oh no, that's right. Okay, so maybe I did post that video. Did I post that video? Or maybe I didn't post that video. Anyway, I did make a video of the work I did on the gate the day before. The exhaustive work. Shit. God, I'm gonna get a screwdriver. The exhaustive work I did on the front gate after the electrician had come, because the actual day he came, I waited until he was finished, and then I was anxious to, get going. So that night I was doing some weldings. I had to weld an extra bar on the bottom, and I was doing some welding. I didn't see it too good, so I had to redo it. But I finished up that the very next day, all the welding, and then I had to, well, for the bars anyway. But then I had to weld the track with the teeth on it. I had to weld that to the gate. That's why I put that extra bar there. But I hit my head even yesterday on the freaking gate. What is with the, yesterday I was just asking myself, or yelling at myself, saying, bro, because yeah, hit my head on the damn gate. I can't believe that. It's because of the way I had it built. But it was this one piece that I remember I had actually hit myself up with that gate before, and it was painful because I had a different bar welded across the top to hold on to something on whatever. But anyways, I cut that off yesterday because I had my grinder out there. So I had to do some grinding. But yeah, so I won't be hitting my head on that anymore, I don't think. Anyway, where was I? So yeah, then the next day I did all the welding, and then I think I finished everything. Yeah, I welded the bars with the teeth to the gate, and then you can put it on manual, so because I had to pull it back and forth, make sure it traveled freely, and which it did, and I was pretty confident. It took me forever to balance that whole setup. And now normally if I was in some, if I put that gate on my house in California or whatever like that, I probably would have been done in a couple hours. But if you've been watching this gate saga, the the ground's uneven even after leveling it out. Ground's not perfectly straight or like that. And then the gate itself is all majority of old metal that wasn't also straight. And it was basically two gates that welded together, right? So it's got its inconsistencies. And then but my big thing was, well, I have to have the teeth, the track bars have to be level. So I made damn sure that happened. And then when I was walking away, one of the times, walking back and forth, getting tools or whatever, I walked away, I looked at the box, the gearbox that turns the gate, and I'm like, what the? The gearbox was not level. So I'm like, oh my God. So I took that off and I leveled the gearbox out. But here, I should do it. I'll do it back here. This is the remote. I have 3 of these actually. It came with 3 of them. Pretty cool. But it's pretty simple. You just got to basically an open and a close, a lock, and a stop. But I did make it so it has actually an automatic stop. The automatic stop is really just a magnet. The magnet is just right there, but there's one on this end, and as soon as it hits it, boom, it stops it. I also, if you've seen my gate, I also put an extra metal on the top here. I had the screen here, I put this additional screen there. I am gonna bar this up from here straight down there. I just touched my remote. So yeah, man, See it? So I'm happy about that. And you can see right here, it'll get ready to pass this right here. Boom. So inside this box right here, behind here, is a magnet. It's actually, I think there's actually 2 magnets, because the magnets have different polarity, you know, like how it has negative and positive on a magnet. So I noticed that, so one of my magnet brackets that I put on, I had to put one of them like at this level, and then the rear one I put at a higher level, because I found out that when I put them both at the same level, which I just normally would have done, I gotta undo this, they both acted as the same, meaning that they were both in a, you know, I'm the one that opens the gate position, so to speak, and then the other one, you know, was doing the same thing. So I was like, wait a minute, man, why does it do that? At first I thought, did they send me, I'm gonna turn this hard. I was thinking, did they send me the wrong freaking magnets or whatever? But turned out, well, then I thought, I was looking at the brackets, you know, and the brackets had one loop here, one loop here. You could put the magnet in there, or you could put it in there. I think, well, it's just probably because, you know, that's what they do to make it, you know, according to your height or whatever. But anyway, I was just thinking about that, and then I go, So I tried putting that magnet at the higher level, and sure enough, that was it. So maybe in the box, the magnets are also reversed, like you have positive on one and negative on the other, so that when you have a lower magnet, you need that other opposing one and opposing one. So anyway, yeah. So I'll just let you know, or show you how I did this. This is the unit. They all probably come like this if you buy one. Although I can see right now, I don't know if you can see this, but this piece right here, this little mini motherboard or whatever, I had it had 2-sided tape, and so I stuck it to the underside here like this, but it has already come off, and I can see the little sticky stuff maybe already came off, and it's on this part of the board. That's the way it actually came. It came detached. It was just rested on there, so I'm hoping it should be all right. Maybe I don't have to mess with it. But I did have to cut into the cement here and into the cement on this side, and, you know, made a ditch so that the wires, this is a ground wire, by the way, I added that, and they could go up into, this casing is all sealed, but there's a hole over here for wires. So you bring the wires up, which I did, which is this right here, I guess. These were already here, but I did have to attach these 3 right here. The 2, you know, power and ground or whatever, or ground, and the neutral one. Is that bent right there? That looks like it's pushing up against that side right there. Might have to look at that. I'm gonna leave that open. Remind myself I better check those out before it becomes a problem. But anyway, and in the box I have to, you know, the plug is set to this one. The problem with that one was that this was a plug for the lights. There's not a whole lot of room in here, but I'm probably gonna have to redo something over here. I did buy a timer anyway for the light. Maybe I can set the timer for the light, or the timer for the light on a different plug or something. But anyway, yeah, man. I'm very happy about that. The gate, for the most part, is complete, and you can see, like I said, I put this whole extra piece. That's probably the most expensive part. These sheets are, you know, so same size as plywood, but it's like 1,000 baht, like 996 baht or something. So it's like 1,000 baht for a sheet of this stuff. I probably could have just used old something. This was actually, you can hardly see it, but I did double up here, this section here, because I didn't want to buy another one for 1,000 baht and just use half of it. You know, or just use the top part of it. So anyway, I think it looks pretty good. Now I need to get to work. I will do more welding. I'm gonna, like I say, I'm gonna put that bar and I'm gonna close that off. I'm gonna put the bar down this side. I'm gonna close that off. And I'm thinking those two sides will be wood. And I think I'm gonna take this out and change that up a little bit, or maybe leave it in there. I still have to weld the other one because that one had broke off when I was doing it. You can see that so this side has these two little, you know, diamond shapes kind of that you buy from Global, but then this side has those two diamonds, and I made a diamond for the middle, but you know, that's already, I broke it off because when I was moving the metal or doing whatever, that had broken off a while back. Anyway, got the gate finished. Now my wife doesn't have to get out of the truck and open and close the gate when we come home or leave. Although, you know, fair enough. I'll pull up there and she'll say, go open the gate. I'm like, I thought that was your job. So, but you know, I think I mentioned before in other videos that, you know, you kind of have to have a purpose, right? When you want to do stuff. And I can't help but feel that many of the things I do around here are really so my wife will have an easier life, you know, when I'm gone as well. And you know, and if it means she doesn't have to turn the lights on at night, she doesn't have to get out in the pouring rain and close the gate, she doesn't have to, you know, do this or that or whatever. It's the little things that'll add up. You know, she's 13 years younger than me. I'm gonna be dead before her. That's the way it works for the majority of people. Biden any electrocution or otherwise hitting my head and splitting it wide open. But yeah, so she's gonna need that stuff. Of course, I don't even know if it'll all be working, but in 20 years or whatever. But it should be. Am I looking over here? My wife, I know I've talked about this, so I made this, you know, covered garden area that she insisted on, pulled me off of my solid job to get this done, and then tilled it all with my tiller, bought the tiller attachment, and you know, so she didn't have to slave out here over, you know, so she didn't have to use the hoe and dig it up all day. So I tilled it all, got it all, and I think she planted some stuff, and then it just went by the wayside. So I was like, every time I was in there, I was like, I did all this work and you're not doing anything with it. What the, you know, you didn't take care of it, everything died. And so the other week or whatever, she's, you know, a few days back, whatever, she's out here doing the same thing. So she asked me to till it all, so I tilled it all, made it all nice. I go, so what are you gonna do now? You What are you gonna plant now? You're gonna plant some stuff, and then, you know, you're gonna ignore it, and then it's all gonna die. And she goes, yeah, probably. But I hope not, because now she has planted some asparagus, which I do like, and it looks like, I think, there's asparagus. Look at that piece. That's an asparagus. Is that a word? Asparagus? Damn, look at the size of those papaya over there. Too big for that tree over there too. This is the one where, remember, there's just a million of them. And I thought these trees over here were slow growers, but Lord, what can I set this? I mean, these things are pretty big, man. That's my cup right there. So that's pretty big. And then as well, these are little trees too, short trees. I like the short trees. Look at that. Yeah, actually it's right about here. That's the size of that thing. There's some big old papayas on that tree over there too. This one I propped up, is it still living? Yeah, it looks like it's still alive. I might have saved it. We got a couple big ones over there. Wow, man. Just must have just took off. I caught a snake, man. Or I didn't catch a snake. I caught it with my eyeballs because I was walking around the pond, and my chest cam mount just to get some footage, whatever. And I heard this, and so the snake was by the tree bottom, and then it jettisoned itself into the water. I didn't see that part. I mean, I could hear it. Then I walked around, and when I looked at the water, I could see the snake taking off, and you know, he was basically using the tops of the lily pads, like, you know, he was on the water, but he'd go on top of the lily pad to keep himself afloat, then go to the next lily pad, the next one, and the next one. So I tried to catch him around the other side, but he disappeared, so I don't know where he went. But it was a water snake. It was a young one, so it was pretty skinny. But you know, so I mean, I say that because he won't, probably won't eat big fish. So, and the only little fish that are in there right now are the catfish, the snakehead catfish that we don't want in there anyway. All right, so, but I'll get him when he gets bigger. Although my wife, I should show you that. I didn't want to tell her, I should say, I did not tell her that I just pulled the snake or just got a snake. He's in the water. So that was like yesterday, maybe? No, the day before yesterday. I'll get more bananas. These are pretty ripe. I can start to, I gotta go up and get me a baggie, because these can go in the baggie, and they you can put them in the freezer for probably, I don't know, at least, you know, a couple months. But for those of you who've been watching and you know our pond, the main pond here over the water, look at that, boom, what's going on? All those lilies are there. But basically all the masses of the lilies that were all the way up to about here, even some crouching in there, was massive. My wife got in there yesterday and walking around, got in the water and just basically around the edge using the, you know, like the scythe or whatever, and culling all that and putting it up on the shoreline everywhere. And she walked around, trimmed the whole thing as much as she could without slipping down into deep water. But then she got in the boat and went around and got the rest. And she, ouch, and she, you know, she did a real good job doing that. It'll grow back in no time, for those of you who are thinking, oh, the 4 flowers. No, Okay, there ain't no poor flowers around here, but these things, poof, will grow up really big. But yeah, she got in there, so she was, you know, and she's exhausted probably. I'm sure as soon as she got done, she went up, laid down, and she was unconscious until dinner. But we had to do it. It's part of the maintenance. I think we've done it maybe 3 times in 2 years. Like this anyway. 4 times maybe. So what's that? Yeah, about every 6 or 8 months maybe. Part of the maintenance on a farm. If you want this, you know, this beautiful lily pad. In hindsight, I wouldn't have put the white ones in there. The white ones and the pink ones, they're the same but distinctly different. I would have put the white ones maybe in another pond or made small things for the white ones, because those seem to grow at a much faster rate. Battery died. So yeah, I could put them. I thought of putting the white ones different places. They're invasive, kind of almost. I mean, well, even the pink ones, they're all probably considered invasive because the rate of growth that they have. But the white ones, when they died, their leaves turn more, I think, brown or more ugly. Ugly. But so it detracts, I think, from what I was looking for here. But yeah, so in hindsight, pink only would have been cool. It's impossible now to take out the white ones. They are forever bound together to live out their life in this pond. Until I drain the pond, of course, releasing all the fish into the diet of the local population. And then I could, you know, maybe could use an excavator and dig out all the root systems that are probably going to be still around. But I'll bet you, even if I get out there with an excavator and clean that whole bottom of the pond, dig it all out, and then fill it up with water, a freaking lily will pop up. That's how it works. Wow, look at that, beautiful. You can't see it, but it's a very cool looking bright blue bird perched. It just flew by really low, so I could see the blueness in its wings, and then it perched up. You can see it's on the top. It's on top of that blue, or on top of that bamboo stick right there. Yeah, see it? Man, you probably can't see it there. You can see a lot of blue on it now. And I bought a little finder, you know, like a little monocular, so I can have it out here to grab it and kind of go like that and look at birds and stuff. That's what we do when we're retired. Look at birds and stuff. But it's pretty cool. That's why I like it. It's all nature out here. Although you're getting there, you can see the neighbor has already plowed their fields. They tilled that all nice and clean. Actually, did ours too on this side. The other side, it's just the dirt's too wet still. The tractor will get stuck. So we did plow this one. Looks like that one. But now usually when I look through here, it's all green, because whether he's growing corn over there or rice or taro or whatever is growing, it's kind of green. But they have these periods where it's going to be dry, and then obviously when the dry season comes, as it, you know, will come soon enough, we'll lose all the leaves and this will be totally open. So the only view I have, although I believe that my lilies will still be there, so the only view that I have will be these pink flowers. Everything green will have turned kind of barren almost. And then of course the view of my outdoor sitting area on the shop house. But I like it when I like all the seasons here, because I like it. I like all the seasons. I like it. I like all the changing times of the year, because you can see it. I always thought of Thailand as year-round summer. I did. I mean, actually many places I've traveled, because I chased islands my whole life, lived there. I chased the sun, I should say, mostly living on islands, but I always perceived, even on the islands, that it was year-round summer. You know, when I thought of Thailand, Asia, year-round summer. That's basically how you can characterize it. But in reality, more and more that I understand, and I guess the world's changing anyway, it's not, there ain't no year-round summer here, man. It's freaking baking hot during the summer like it is everywhere I've been. And when we say summer, we talk about, you know, late May, June, July, August, like that, September. And then it gets cold. Or no, and then it gets rainy. You have those couple months where you get a crap load of rain. They've had that everywhere, even in America. And then as the fall goes through, which is usually the rain also, comes the winter. It's colder in Thailand. It's colder on islands in December and January. Yeah, that's winter, man. It may not be snow on the ground, but there probably could be on some days. It's freaking freezing. And then in the spring you get you get spring weather, right? Where the temperature starts to warm up a little bit, but it's still cold at night. You know, that's spring everywhere, man. I don't know why, but in my mind's eye and in my head, I always thought, you know, year-round summer, man. That's where I want to live. I don't care where it is. Just give me year-round summer, and it's gonna be sweet. And yeah, but I've come close to that, I guess. But, you know, I've been places where the winter was shorter and the spring shorter and the fall is shorter and stuff, so summer was longer. But in reality, you know, that was probably 30 years ago. Hell, 40 years ago. I just got done filming this whole rant on the porch over there, my knockdown. I'm just ranting about, you know, everything, you know, climate change, all that stuff. And then I looked and I saw that my lens cover, I wasn't really looking at the camera, I was kind of looking over at the pond and, you know, philosophizing, as I often do to myself in the morning. And when I looked back, I saw a big moisture cloud on my lens cover. And I thought, what? So I stopped the camera, scrolled back, and yeah, the whole thing was like with a moisture cloud like right in front. Maybe that was a sign that didn't need to make that part of the video. But anyway, I feel this sense of relief that I got my automatic gate done. I think it's because I've been wanting to have that automatic gate since probably day one. My wife was pretty much against it, but she will come around and she'll say to herself, never to me, but she'll say to herself, man, thank God I got that automatic gate. Actually, she doesn't talk like that, but but yeah. Anyway, on Golden Pond. Just need that tree to grow a little bit more, but I don't think I'm going to get any growth out of there till maybe by next year in the rainy season, because we're over that now. The sun's just coming up over the sunshine anyway, coming up over the house, over the shop house. It's gonna be blinding me. and I am indeed sore from that yesterday. Oh my God. So what will I do today now that I am finished with that up there? I still have, like I say, those other things to do on that front gate. Maybe I should just do that. I should go down the road here and look for wood. Like the used wood guy. Just a few pieces I can use, wider, kind of thinner pieces I can use at the front gate. But I think I probably should write that down first. You know, draw something. That's what I'll do. I'm gonna go draw. I'm gonna draw. I used to love drawing, man. Drawing, finger painting, all that stuff. Anyway, it's a good morning. My wife's actually not here. Not because it's a good morning, but she's out doing laundry. You know, so the question is whether I should buy that combo all-in-one washer and dryer and put it somewhere so she doesn't have to go do laundry, or whether I should not, because it gives her a purpose. Go drive into the village and do the laundry. You know, that's probably her little social hour too. I don't want to take that away, right? So I think we'll hold off on the washer dryer thing. Although I do laundry. I mean, I have done laundry. Although I prefer to do it right here. I don't need to go out there. Is that thing getting fogged up again? Yeah, look at that. Well, I'll be damned, man. I can see fog on the lens again. Maybe because it's cooler in the morning, I don't know. It's because of this aftermarket lens cap. That's what it is. It said, you know, for this camera, but it wasn't like a GoPro product. Thought it was, but aftermarket lens, and I reseated it. I mean, I was careful in putting it in place, and that's probably what it is. It doesn't have a perfect seal like the GoPro camera does, so I'll have to probably put that one back on it or something, I don't know, or buy a GoPro one. Little word to the wise, watch them replacement caps. If I got moisture in there, that means I can get water in there, so if I wanted to go down waterproofing, you know, putting it in the pond or whatever, this lens cap wouldn't probably been a good idea. Good to know, that way I didn't ruin my GoPro like I did with my ZV-1. Alrighty then, well hey, hope you enjoyed that, and thanks for watching, and keep watching for my next project here on the Banal.